Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here at Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my weekly Saturday Spotlight video for this week. This one, we're going to be doing a character spotlight video suggested by Blind Entertainment. We're going to go ahead and do a character spotlight video on one of the pretty early season survivors of The Walking Dead, which is going to be for the season 3 version of, the television show version of Axel from The Walking Dead.
We silence the whispers.
Okay guys, so this is going to be doing our weekly Saturday Spotlight video for this week. This week's character Spotlight video was suggested by Blind Entertainment, so everybody go subscribe to Blind Entertainment. He is the one who suggested this this character Spotlight video. So definitely wanted to do this one because I think that this is a very interesting choice, and maybe going forward, maybe we can do a few more spotlights, maybe on a few of the other prisoners or something. I really hate Thomas, but I know there's probably going to be a few people that want to see that, eventually. So we'll probably do that eventually as well. Watch the next one be Thomas. I hate him so much, but yeah, Axel is probably my favorite prisoner in the TV show version, and probably in the comics too. In the comics, there were a few other characters, like a few more prisoners that had different names and stuff. They added less, or they had less in the TV show, I think. And they were very different in the TV series version. Axel in the comic, very bigger guy, and in the TV show, a little skinnier, and kind of that type of deal. But he's introduced in The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 1 at the very end, of course, with the Herschel leg chop off. He's the one, of course, that's, holy crap, and that's kind of how they end that's how they end the season 3 premiere. So definitely he's introduced with a pretty cool line, and I wouldn't be the only one. He wouldn't be the only one saying that. If I saw an old man getting his leg chopped off or whatever, and that's the first impression with these guys, yeah, that's definitely something. So, but you do what you got to do in the zombie apocalypse, I guess. So he lasted from season 3 episode 1 to season 3 episode 10, and I do believe that he was in most of those. He was in season 3 episode 1, episode 2. Episode 3 was the governor episode, so that doesn't count. But then episode 4, episode 5, episode 6, episode 7, 8, 9, and 10. So he was in 9 episodes. So and he wasn't a big focus in all of those, but those were the episodes he was in. And of course, with the beginning of the prison storyline, I was really intrigued to see this kind of happen right away, which is seeing some prisoners, some inmates, and him and Oscar were really the only ones that were good people, Obviously, prison for some people doesn't really mean anything, because sometimes it's a crime that, is not that bad. But definitely for Thomas or other ones like this, you can definitely tell why they're in there. But for Axel, I mean, a toy gun, like he said to Carol. So that's definitely something right there as well. But we have basically, so they follow them back to their cell. They have to deal with Herschel, but of course, Thomas makes a huge scene in front of everybody, and Axel kind of just wants peace. He doesn't want any trouble. I don't want conflict or whatever. Alpha. So give us the prison or there will be conflict, I don't know, yeah, so, terrible joke, I know, but anyway, so we got Axel, right, and he's kind of, probably the most innocent one out of all of them, and, they want the prison, Thomas is like, this is the prison, we were here first, and Rick's like, really, you were the prisoners here, though, we took it, set you free, it's ours, yeah, Rick made it pretty clear that this is our prison, so, and Axel wasn't really one of the ones that argued with that, so, basically, we see things go through with, first the guy that's scratched, and Rick, and then Thomas just kills him. And, the prisoners, they don't really listen to what Rick and the others tell them to do. They don't go for the brain, this and that. Even Axel doesn't really listen to them, unfortunately, which I hate, because he's the only prisoner that I actually like. So, yeah, but, of course, they kind of learn after a little bit, and then, of course, Thomas goes crazy, and, of course, the bleep happens, and, he slices the head open, right? So, you got Andrew, of course, Rick chased after him, and, Axel's like, I have no idea what just happened here, tell him, Oscar, and he's like, stop talking, man, and, of course, we got T-Dog pointing the gun at him, and we got, Daryl pointing the crossbow at the other one, and, of course, Axel and Oscar are kind of, held captive there, and they basically let them go. They give them their own cell block, and that's, that's pretty much the end of the deal. Of course, throughout season 3, they kind of, earn their keep, I'd say, and they stay in the block with, in C block with them. I believe Rick and the others were in C block, right? Because I remember specifically they were in the one with it's like the triangle type, building or whatever. The one with the bricks and stuff like that, it was cell block C, I remember, right? Because you walk in the prison and it's not the gray building there, but it's like the brick building, like, that's kind of like a house-ish type, in front. Yeah, so I think that's the one. I'm trying to describe it as best as I can, but anyway, so they live there with them, of course, and then Oscar goes out and he unfortunately gets killed, so that definitely is very difficult for him. But I love the part where, they're off, Rick and the others are off to get Glenn and Maggie back, and you have Axel who is talking with Beth or whatever, and he's just like, he's like, how old are you anyway? And she's like, 17. 17? Interesting. I'm just like, oh my god, man. And then Carol's like, may I speak with you? And then he goes to Carol or whatever, and he's like, I mean, Glenn, or Maggie, she's with Glenn, and, you're a lesbian, and I was just I'm not a lesbian. You got the short hair, and he's like, you're not a lesbian? My, this is interesting. And Carol's just like, no, it's not. And she just walks away, I love that. That was so awesome. So, yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that scene. And I don't know why, I just get a kick out of that scene so much. So, maybe we should do a top 10 funniest moments of The Walking Dead. Because you know what? There are some moments throughout the series I just love. And that's one of them. That one's hilarious. 17. Interesting, just the way he said it is just hilarious. So, I mean, pretty bad, but, it's hilarious at the same time. Just the way he went about it. You're a lesbian, you got the short hair, So, anyway, I love it. So, anyway, I love that scene. But, of course, Oscar is dead. Of course, he finds that out. And then, of course, kind of goes with Carol, helps her out, talks about the toy gun and stuff like that, which I thought was also pretty cool. A little bit of backstory for him. And then, of course, that's pretty much it. I mean, he gets killed in the most shocking way. That's the one thing with the governor, the one eye, it's just like, oh my god, this idiot. Like, honestly, Axel was, he was becoming one of my favorites, and then, they just killed him, I was like, oh man, like, really, I kind of liked him, so I don't know. I liked Axel's character. I think he was an awesome character in season 3. He didn't last all that long, but he was the last prisoner standing. He was the one that survived the longest, and I wouldn't have called that, honestly, because he was probably the least tough one, I'd say. So yeah, or at least one of them. So anyway, really cool stuff. Really like Axel's character, and thank you very much to Blind Entertainment for suggesting this character spotlight video. And of course, who do you guys want to see a character spotlight video for next week? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Axel's character in the show? And yeah. Anyway, guys, and his death was very shocking as well, so that's definitely something to remember, for sure. He wouldn't let me any, and then, just out of nowhere, crazy, absolutely crazy. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below, and if you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos, and of course, I'll catch you guys really soon for some more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.